Good, doctor. How are you, doctor?
I'm keeping. Sorry during my teaching kalau I batuk, sorry. Okay, what have you learned in your previous class? What have you learned?
Last one yang ini lah, cash flow.
Cash flow diagram is the last one Dah masuk belum ini?
Sikit-sikit.
Okay. Yang ni? Yang ni dah Simple and compound growth ni dah nampak what is the difference between the simple growth and the compound growth. Dah kan? Maknanya the growth with the flat rate ni 10% and with the compounding period, compounding interest. Sorry, interest ke growth ke Okay, so you can see the difference, how they calculate the amount for the simple growth only take dia punya primary dia punya nilai kita bagi pokok dia nilai pokok dia, but this one you have to take the latest one so it is accumulated. It's accumulated number, so that's why you can see the difference amount for the simple one and the compounded one until the last one 3,000, but for this period 5 years you can see the difference is quite a large number lah. So I think Dr. Azaniza has explained to you well about this one lah. Okay, then this is the cash flow diagram. Have halfway this one. Halfway so separuh jalan
Yes.
Betul, betul.
So cash flow diagram is very important because when you get the information given in the question ke ataupun in the real life ke apa, so you have to know how to draw first dia punya cash flow diagram, or we call it as CFD. So in the CFD we have the scale like this this is for the time scale. Kejap nak rakam dulu. If I forget to rakam, to record, you remind me because I can put in the Webex. Okay. Apa tadi? Okay, time scale. This is the time scale. And this is the, kita panggil arrow dia punya arrow. This is the arrow. You can see the arrow maybe upwards or downwards. They have the meaning for the arrow tu upwards is what is the meaning and downward is what is the meaning. Okay, if the arrow shows to the upward, so that means it is money flow in. Money flow in. Okay, let's say you lend money from bank. You lend money from bank. So that means you get the money and you get the money. So the cash flow shows that you get the money. So the arrow will be what?
Upward.
Upward. The arrow will be upward. But if it says that you make a payment and the cash flow, we talk about the cash flow, not a bank. We talk about the cash flow. So we make a payment ataupun when you invest something, you invest the money or you save money into a bank, you buy something. So you can see the money flow out. Dia keluarkan duit. The money flow out. So the arrow will be downwards. the money, the arrow will be downwards. That is the rule. Senang what is the downward and what is the upward. And then we will have some symbols, very important symbols such as P. P is present value, and it is always at 0. It is always at 0. And this is for the basic. It is it is always at 0. For the basic. After this, you will get the case study macam-macam lah. You have to transfer. Okay. And A is annual value. The symbols is A. And then F is the future value, or we call salvage ke apa kan, F. Future value. Okay. Okay, we look at this example. Okay, what is the meaning of this arrow? Okay, given P is 500 ataupun given payment now, you pay now and then find out how many should be collected every year for 5 years. Or maybe I can restructure the sentence. You can see this is macam case study dia lah. Given payment now, tak nampak ayat tu kan, given payment now. So you the payment is now, you pay now. So what is the annual ataupun what how many should be collected every year for 5 years, atau you pay 500 ringgit for an investment now, now lah. Ataupun this year ke, now lah, now selalu dipakai, they use the word now. Okay, thus every year, every year, that means you have to put arrow from 1. Okay, dia punya the rules dia, if it is A annual, it must be start with at number 1. It must start at number 1, not 0. It must start at number 1. Okay, thus every year, what amount you get for 5 years, ataupun how many should you have every year for 5 years with 12%. So the important thing is first, you know how to draw. Okay, you pay 500 ringgit. You pay 500, so that means, okay, ni yang dah ada kan? Okay, I just nak ulang, repeat ya. Okay, this is the scale. So you have to pay at 0. P is 500. Okay. Investment now, does every year what amount? So you have to make the scale until 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So end here until 5 lah. And then put the I above the scale. I is 12%. That is the way how do you draw. Okay. So complete lah. Belum complete. Dia punya A. Okay. How many should you have every year? So every year, what you should have? Okay, this one you have to put the arrow for every year until n is 5. So that is the way how to draw. Sometimes you can see the draw from 1. Macam tu. Ada juga yang macam tu. Mana-mana, it's okay. Any method pun okay. Is it it is in a block ni or arrow? I like the arrow sebenarnya. You can see dia punya, you can see it influence your result tau. Sometimes you forgot about what is the box. Okay. Okay, this one okay semua? Any question?
Okay.
Okay, clear. Okay, this one B. Given annual collection. Okay, balik annual collection is 150 for n years. Okay, find how many should be paid now. Okay, so or maybe but you want to collect 150 ringgit every year. Actually, how much you should invest now? More understandable kan benda tu kan, lebih senang nak difahami. Actually, how much you should invest now? And with I, the growth rate is 12%. You want to collect, you have the intention to collect. Every year you want the benefit to 150 ringgit. So what is the investment you need to pay for the first year here? Not first year lah, now. Okay, how much you should invest now? With I, 10%. So sama how to draw? You have to put the scale the scale until 5, and then you put the arrow from 1 must be at 1 until 5, and then you put what is the question P. What is the P? The present value. So settle. Oh yeah, I put the I atas 12%. Okay, simple, still simple. Okay, same as this one. C. Okay, payment is done 500 ringgit today. How many should be collected at the end of the year 5? Okay, this is clear lah. Dia punya ayat. Okay, sama juga ni. Tak apa. Just put. Okay. You pay 500 ringgit after 5 years, how many should be collected? So ni after 5 years. Bukan every year It is not every year. It is after 5 years. So the N is 5. So here the F. What is the F? So you have to show the time scale, the N, the I, and what is the information given here, and what is the question. Okay. Okay, clear this one. Okay, this one is also same, I think. Yes, same. Ini sama. Okay. Now, this involved with the gradient G. So you have G. G is gradient. So you can see G1, and G2, G3, G4. Okay, for the gradient, it must start at 2. A must start at 1. For the gradient, the number, dia punya, the increase. The increase must start at 2. But the point must start at 1. Dia faham Dia faham tak? So you can see the triangle kan? The triangle, dia punya ni apa ni, the edge ni, yang hujung ni, the end must be at 1. But the increase must be at 2. Itu dia punya syarat. That is the rules. Okay. So here, I think I put this one. I'm afraid that it is misleading pula maksud dia. 0.6 lain sikit maksud dia ni. Tapi tak apa, just put. Because normally the gradient is not alone. It will be with the A. Normally. Okay, rent for a business premise is 500 ringgit for the first year and increase at a constant rate at 100 ringgit each year for 5 years. If the annual growth rate is 12%, determine the equivalent value of P. You can see dia punya the story tu, the case study like this lah. Okay, this one, the original case study is only involve gradient. But for the case study given yang bertulis ni, yang wording ni, actually it shows that you have, okay, first you have the time scale. Okay, rent for a business premise is 500 for the first year. Okay, this is first year, this is 0, and this is 5 lah. Okay. Rent for a business premise is 500 ringgit at the first year. Actually, the meaning like this, the first year. And increase. Dia macam tu sebenarnya. Increase. So the gradient must start at 2. The gradient must start at number 2. Okay. A, and this one is A, and this one is G. Okay. So A must start at 1, and bila dia punya ayat dia kan, the sentence 500 for the first year and increases. So increases means G. Constantly. Increases ni constant rate. Because if it is not constant rate, it means G. Saya ni tak habis lagi sebenarnya. Actually, I thought that I will start at next week. Next week. But then okay lah, it's okay today. Lagi satu ialah tak ada kat sini. Lupalah satu lagi apa nama dia. One is G, the others is dia bentuk curve. Oh E, yes, E. And this one is G. Ni, this one is G. If it is not a constant rate, that means G, E. E, but tak masuk lagi later lah, later. Okay, so constant rate, it is triangle. It is a triangle. Okay, any question here?
Doktor.
Yes.
Saya tak faham yang ada triangle dengan rectangle tu macam mana? Yang
Triangle dengan, okay, ni A ni Okay, now kita nampak sini 500 ringgit for the first year. Okay, 500 first year and increase, that means it is actually it is the flow, and the flow is constant tau. You get constant until 5 but increase. That's why ada 3 segi kat atas ni pula. Actually it is only A yang bawah ni je. Yang 500 for the first year and increase. That means first year, second year, third year, fourth year ni still you get the nilai of 500 ni. You still get the 500 ni. Actually macam ni lah. A sama dengan 500. Bawah ni. Dia pun tulis ni. Dan G sama dengan, susah lah, saya tak kerti lah nak pakai mendalah ni. Itulah sebab saya suka tulis dekat meja. G equal to 100. Belum sampai ni belum. Dia macam saya termasuk pula dekat macam ni. Actually I just want to briefly je, to brief how to draw the cash flow diagram. Yang belum masuk lagi sebenarnya, tapi tak apa, dah terang. Okay, so now the cash flow diagram, kalau G, if G, so increase tu. I just want to highlight about the G. Gradient tu must start at 2 because at 1 ni actually normally lah, normally they have the A value. A tu that means every year punya ni value tu. That's why dia punya ayat tu increase. 500 for the first year, then increase. Macam tu. Okay. Okay, then 2.6. Okay, now we look at the with the number. A man borrowed 5,000 ringgit now at the growth rate 12% per year. How much must he pay at year 5? Construct the cash flow diagram for this problem. Okay. A man borrowed 500 ringgit now at the growth rate at 12%. Dia borrowed, the man to borrow means get the flow, get the cash kan. So the cash flow will be at upward. Betul dia salah faham, dia borrow. Borrow not spend kan, dia borrow. Borrow, oh I get the money, the amount of money. So that's why borrow tu, it is upward. So you show he is 5,000 ringgit. Boleh Okay, then the year is 5. So you put the year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then start with drawing the F. Because dia kata how much must he pay at year 5. At year 5, how much must you pay? P maknanya bawah lah. CP. So F is what? Ni cara nak melukis. Okay, sekejap sama ada sekarang ke nanti saya nak terangkan tak apalah. Okay, this one is only cash flow diagram Okay. Azman invests 2,000 ringgit every year for 6 years. He wants to know the amount of return in his investment accumulated after 6 years. Accumulated, that means A the A maknanya every year accumulated after 6 years if growth rate is 10% a year. Construct the cash flow diagram for this problem. Invest. The cash flow maknanya dia keluar duit lah. Dia keluar duit. So the money out. So you can see the downward punya arrow. Okay, every year 2,000. Okay, first year you pay. Second year you pay until the 6 years. So what is the return of this investment at 6 ni? Okay. So how to draw? So start with 0. So invest. Okay. First you draw the time scale. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so invest 2,000 every year. So invest. So first year, second year, fourth, fifth, until 6 years. So you will get A lah. So you can put A tu, sepatutnya A kat sini pun boleh, kat sini boleh lah. A equal to 2,000. Okay. He wants to know the amount of return in his investment after 6 years. So what is the return of investment? So what is F? Which the I? Jangan lupa I ni. I is 10%.
Yang P tak perlu label. Dekat kosong sana.
Kosong.
Yang present value tak perlu label.
Oh, no. Because they only the question only want the monetary after 6 years. Okay. If the question asks what is okay, this one is return of investment. Dia lain lah soalan ni The question is quite different lah. Maybe they ask what is the present value lain. What is the present value? Must be apa katakan? Must be tak boleh sebab ini pasal investment dia nak tengok apa return dia tu kan. So yang ni mungkin dia terbalik lah ni. Kalau tadi upward tu kita boleh cerita lah kan yang apa present value yang kena bayar. Ni dah terbalik. Tapi macam ni lah. Maknanya if you want to put P here, the question must be the present value. It mention about the present value. But now there is no present value punya question. Perasan tak? Only mention about the after 6 years. So you just have the data for A and F. Tu je. No P. Okay. Okay, good question. Boleh? Yang lain? The others? Ya, ni kena clear kalau tak nanti sampai satu tahap tu dia lagi complicated. Okay. Single amount factors. Ini okay. This one is about the formula. How to get the formula. Okay, how to get the formula? I think maybe you can see from this one lah juga. Okay, yang ni. Yang ni rasa Dr. Azanizah dah cerita. Ni. How you elaborate ni principle of and total gross ni. You will have the actually macam mana okay, F is future value equal to okay P is present value. Ini kalau you simplify it, you can get this one F equal to P 1 plus I power of n. This is the formula lah. So you just use the formula. Actually, if I have time, I will explain how they get this. But for today, maybe not lah. Okay, so now this book. Okay, this one is book. Okay, this is a book. The book I have put the books in your e-learning. So you can look at the book. You can read. Look page by page. What is the explanation. For the yang mula-mula ni lah. For the start ni. Okay. So the book explain about the formula. How to get the formula. Ni. This one with the n is 1 and 2 je. And then if F2 so equal to 2 here. Until lah dia dapat yang sebenar. Until they get the Fn equal to P 1 plus I dan power of n. Ni ada. So you will be given the formula nanti macam ni je lah. Ataupun sikit modify lah dia punya arrangement tu. So you will get how to get the F. So this is the formula. All that lah. This book is about how to elaborate the fundamental je lah. It is about the fundamental. Okay. Now we go to this part. Continue with this part. Okay, single payment. Okay, this is the formula that maybe you want to use, or maybe you want to only use the table. Okay, if you want to use the formula F n equal to P is the present value. This is only for F and P je. For F and P. You want to find out what is the fee, what is the F. F is the future value. But and you have been given the P value, the present value. Nilai sekarang dah diberi. Yang nak cari nilai pada tahun ini. Ni yang dikatakan F is n at year 5. So F5. F5 equal to P 1 plus I power of 5. Macam itulah. The I is the growth rate. Maybe 12%, 5%, 10%. Okay. And to get P pula, this is only conversion je lah kan. Just convert je lah. Okay. Factor, if you want to put in the symbols, in the symbols, so the method is like this lah. Okay. I think better you just go to this one ni. Okay. Let's say the P, you know the P value and you want to find the F. So how do you want to write the symbols? Dia punya bukan formula, dia punya apa kita panggil ni? Formula, bukan formula. Kita panggil apa yang benda ni? Nilai lah apa nama dia ni. Sorry, tak ready sangat lagi ni. Nanti tengok balik apa nama dia, lupa lah. Okay, so you want to find F you want to find F. So how to write dia punya formula. So F equal to, okay, you know P. So you put P and then open the bracket. So F is what you want to find out over P. P is given. P is given. And then comma I, comma N. Macam tu je. Let's say I is 12%. I is 12%. So that means ni di bawah F is P, F E, I is 12%. N is let's say N is tadi 5 kan? Okay, 5. Cakaplah mungkin 5 kita kan. Okay. So this is the what you will you try to find in this table. You will be given this table. So look at this one. P, FP 12%, 5. Okay, if I ask you how to, what is the answer? F. Okay, P. You know the formula of FP ni ialah 1 plus I kan tadi. Okay, P ni just copy F. Okay, F, P, copy P. So FP ni the formula is 1 plus I power of N. So F equal to P is let's say 500 lah yang tadi tu kita ambil je. Let's say 500. Okay, 1 plus 0.12 kuasa N is power of 5. Okay, try to calculate this one. Try to calculate this one. How many?
It 81.17.
81?
Point?
81? 881.
81.17.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 81.17.
881 Betul?
Ya,
Okay, 881
.17.
Tulis kat chat room, saya tak apa dengar, awak punya putus-putus.
Betul?
Sekejap. Oh, okay, 81.17. Okay, thank you, Zuhair. And yang bercakap tadi siapa? Zuhair juga. Okay, 81.17. Now, you try to use the table. Okay, if you use the formula, the answer is 81.17. Now, go to, you want to use the table. Okay, F equal to P, FP. Next time I will put in on my table. You all my all my all students kan, kawan-kawan sudah lama I kan. So you know how I will use the table semua kan, to write just on the table je. Tapi hari ni tak set up lagi benda tu, susah. So FP I ialah 12%. Tangan tak berapa ni. Okay, N is what? 5 N is 5. So you have to see this one FP dia punya interest ataupun growth is 12% and N is 5. Okay, ingat remember FP 12.5. FP 12.5. So this one 12. Okay, this one 12%. FP. So this is FP and is what? 5. So this one 1.762. Tengok ni. I have given you this table as well in your e-learning. So 12% with FP and is 5 and 762. Okay. So this one 1.22. P is berapa tadi? 500 500. Tengok jawapan sama tak? Is the answer same? Should be same lah.
Sama. 881.
Sama 88 berapa? Oh, sama So 8, 1 point. Maybe the difference only the points sini lah, decimal point here Mana saya buat? See? You can use the formula this one you can use the formula or you can use table. This one is formula and yang apa ni table. Okay. Simple kan? Simple. Susah lagi. Okay. Same as this one. If the F is known, the unknown is P. So how to write dia punya apa panggil ni formula ke? Formula ni is okay. You don't know what is P nilai P. You are given F. So how to write the P? P is equal to okay. Given F bracket. So PF. PF I N. So I dia ialah taruh dulu just write the formula dulu. I N. So P equal to F is 500. Let's say lah 500. Okay, PF ni jangan ubah. Memang this is the formula that you want to find out. And then I is 12%. Let's say lah I tu ialah 12% and N is 5. So just macam ni je. Nanti just look at the table. Boleh? Simple lah. Yang ni still simple. Banyak simple. Jauh lagi. Simple lah. Boleh? Okay, this one. Ah Chong save 20,000 in a bank. Save 20,000 in a bank that promises a yearly growth rate at 12%. How much money will be accumulated after 10 years? Ah Chong save 20% in a bank tau. Dalam bank memanglah dapat you get the money in the bank, but your cash flow you spend so that's why the arrow shows you the downward the arrow shows you the downward. So save 20,000 save 20,000. So this one is P that promises a yearly growth rate at 12%. Ni right yang ni, tulis yang ni. How much money will be accumulated after 10 years? After 10 years. Dia bukan kata accumulated yearly tau. If accumulated yearly, that one is A. But accumulated, bukan accumulated tu kumpul. If yearly is A. But accumulated after 10 years, that means F lah. That means F. So, now you know how to, apa ni, here you know how to draw the time scale. Start with 0 until 10 years. You put 1, 2, 3 semua ni. Tak melibatkan A, okay lah. Okay, then you have, you spend, how many? P dia 20,000. And what is the value of F? The I is 12%. So lengkap lah ni, your cash flow diagram. Okay. So now we want to find out this one, F. So F equal to P, FP, F over P, I, N. So P is what? 20K. FP, ikut je susunan F. FP, so FP lah. Jangan terbalik. I is 12%. N is 10. So if you use the formula, ialah yang formula tu 20K. FP FP dia bukan PF. Dia terbalik tadi kan macam mana formula ni? Ni FP, PF, ni. Okay, F 1 campur I kuasa betul. 1 campur I. 1 campur I. Okay. This is by using the formula So 20K 1.12 power of N negative 10. So you will get the answer. Okay, if you use the table, so F equal to P FP, still boleh lah lupa penuh tu, FPIN. So P is 20K, FP 12%, 10 years benda sama juga, tapi terus je nanti 20K. Okay, cari ni FP 12% 10. So first you look at the punya nilai ni lah. Ni 12%. FP dia FP and 10 12% FP 10. 12% FP and N dia 10. So 3.106. 3.106. So you put here 3.106. So this is the answer. Should be same up this one. Betul tak? Sama tak cik? Try to check. Okay. This one confirm lah. Betul This one confirm. Only the formula. Try to find out the by using the formula, is it correct or not? Oh, ramai yang jawab tadi 88. Okay. You get the same number, the same answer. Yes. Okay. Abdul Rahman said yes. So you get the same answer. So still easy kan? This is still easy stage. Not difficult lagi. Okay. Okay. This one I think I will. Banyak tak? Okay. I think I will stop until this part that only P and F then we go to A P A P A F ke P F ke semua tu. Okay. Okay, any question? For the time being, no difficult. Yep.
Doktor saya nak tanya. Yang tadi punya soalan, yang after 10 years tu.
Nak tengok dia punya ni balik.
Ya. After 10 years.
Yang ni ke?
Lagi.
Ah,
Dia yang tadi yang soalan yang baru kita buat.
oh, ni. Okay, sekejap Ni ke? 10 years.
Lagi satu page.
Oh, ni.
Ni.
Hmm.
Saya
Hmm.
ada dua soalan.
Hmm.
Kenapa bila kita buat cash flow diagram, kenapa dia tak ada macam triangle? Sebab dia kata growth rate of 12%, yearly growth rate of 12%. Kenapa tak ada triangle?
Okay, growth rate ni only for ini persen tau. Ni growth rate persen. Yang tadi tu yang ada triangle tu it is about you earn something ataupun what you have to pay. It is amount. This one is amount. Yang growth rate tu this one ni only. Ni I ni. This is growth rate. Or you call it as interest. I don't like to use interest. But okay, this one is growth rate. But yang ini amount that you want to pay, amount that you want to you will earn, yang awak akan dapat ataupun kalau bawah yang awak akan bayar. Amount dengan interest and percentage kan lain kan. Okay, tengok ayat dia tadi ni growth rate, semua growth rate kan. Growth rate ni duduk tengah-tengah ni on in the center. Tak ada habis. Okay, sini. Ni kat center ni growth rate. Dia duduk. Belum sampai tu. Tu belum sampai.
Oh, betul. Masih ada.
Okay, lagi? Any question? Tak ada? Okay. Time by time kalau ada soalan, you just ask me. Okay, I will give you the attendance link. Start sharing. Okay, at the same time, try to to create what is the question you want to ask to your friend ya. Kejap. Mana? Okay. You know me kan? I will ask you. I have the column answer. So the answer in the attendance link means that you will give one question to your friend. Siapa lah, anybody can give the question. Mungkin today Aaron want to give the question, and then next week maybe Abdul Rahman want to give the